August 30th, 2024. Okay, during the case in February or March of 22, I'm out driving, a bunch of people are following me, okay? There's a McDonald's on Whipple by Hills and Dales, or Fulton or something like that. It's right in the corner. I pull in, and you know how you see your neighbors, you don't know them, but you know they live there? About 4 or 5 houses down from the John Thomas Road address in Ravenna, okay? There was a older white guy with white hair in a silver car. We always seen him getting out. Didn't know who he was, but knew he was a neighbor. He pulls in next to me when I pull in my spot and he gets out. And I thought, I'm not afraid of you. Okay, I'm a little afraid. I thought, oh, he's going to be mean. But instead, I walk in McDonald's behind him. He's in there raving to people. I'm tired of this. He said her ex-husband showed up in a store in Ravenna, screamed out, I don't want my wife anymore. Will you help me get rid of her? And they all agreed to help. And it's been the people in the store of Ravenna doing this. Now, he actually says something sinister. He said some of those undercover police lied to Will so they get away with it. Okay? All right. On the 3rd or 4th day up there, we had went to the storage unit. We got our bed. You know the bed railings that are about the slots that go in between your beds? It's like a 1 inch wide by 3, and they're about 4 feet long, 4 or 5 feet long, go in between the long rails. Well, it was a bed slot. Dave acted like he couldn't pick it up. I'm like, come on now. I could pick that up. He picks it up and bams me in the face. He broke this tooth and this one and several. I had a lot of dental work done. I'm spewing out teeth and blood. I'm like, why? He's like, you'll learn not to talk to me like that. And he jumps out of the truck, runs out, gets in my car, and takes off. You don't come back for a while. That's when he's supposed to have showed up in the store of Ravenna, screaming it out. Most towns, okay, you walk in and you scream out you don't want your wife anymore, you want people to help get rid of her. What do? They call 911. Well, that neighbor was in there when he did it. He said they all agreed to help. And it's been them doing it. Pete's a fentanyl dealer. He works for the King from Texas. He was even saying a lot of them were, people were talking, a lot of them were unemployed for a long time. And they were poor, and that's why they were willing to help hurt her, because they needed the money. And they were talking, they're all going to get a lot of trouble for this. And none of this is funny. The police recorded it. I reported it, the guy walking in. Was talking to a bunch of guys. There was a lot of people in that store that day, in McDonald's, before noon, in the morning. I actually thought he was going to say something mean to me, but instead, he screamed out who it was doing it. Where Dave hit me in the board and the face, took off. Now, he only went to Dollar General or Dollar General or Aldi's, normally up there. That's why by the 6th day my door was kicked into the wall. Don't report it. Another realtor is passing out keys. Nothing's missing. And by the 2nd week, I'm waking up with bruises, throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out, including from the neighbor. Kept saying, I don't know what's wrong with me. I was collapsing in the front yard. Went out to try to mow the lawn. I don't even know why I did it. And I'm collapsing. Neighbor comes running over. I'm a nurse. Can I help you? I don't know what's wrong with me. My heart's racing through my neck. And I had bruises on me, and I couldn't hardly stand up. I went in and got a cold can of pop and was putting it on my neck, trying to slow my heart rate and pulsing through my heart, through my neck. Couldn't hardly breathe. He mowed my lawn for me. Everybody knew it happened. And then I'm having more bruises, throwing up, heart racing, severely infected, and migraine headaches. And I was fine till I moved in that house, where they were drug beating, raping me, and drugging me and telling me to say something stupid. I went out with my friend this morning. I was going over all the times where they admitted they photoshopped everything, they drugged me and told me to say it, and how these crackheads admitted to everything in front of the police and the FBI, where they made fun of FBI agent John. They made fun of him June 7th, 23. 10:11 in the morning, Katie's sister Jody, Lighthouse Tabernacle in the cartel. FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes it for. Oh, come on now. It was only a stunt. You're kidding me? That FBI agent fell for a stunt of tapes it for, and it was only a stunt? John actually fell for it. You're kidding. FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes it for. Ha 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 ha. Is that why they got away with it? Because FBI agent John fell for the stunt of tapes it for. Ha 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 ha. June 7th, 23, 10:11 in the morning, Walmart 62. The sheriffs have their confession. They fold them. They have Eric's confession, November 18th, 22. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. For all these people turn around, they fell for it. Well, if it's only you, I could take care of it. I noticed that, and they still fell for it. I told them about that old man showing up the first month of the case at Walmart 62. For every idle word you tell on us, I'll turn it on you. You try to leave Dave a list, your child molester. I'm like, who are you? He's like, you know that bruise on your leg? It was about the size of a half of a lemon. Okay? And I said, yeah. He said, I used sodium pentothal on you. He stuck me with a date rape amnesia drug. Okay? He said, I used sodium pentothal on you. You know what you told me? Now, I never talked to him. Dave had to give him a key to get in the house. While I was sleeping, stabbed me with a date rape drug. Told me to say a stupid lie of, you know what you told me? You were wearing this one nightgown. You bent over and probably once they accidentally seen your butt and you had a life of pain. Life of pain, that'd be a moment of embarrassment. Drama queen. You tried to leave Dave a list of child molester for that. I got away from that freak. Went home to a legally bugged house. I'm like, Dave always wore the grandma nightgown, underwear, and a house coat when the grandkids were over before. I know that. Leggings, sweater, and a house coat when the grandkids were over. I know that. I said, besides a grandma nightgown down to my knees and some laces, I replaced everything last year. I know that. I said, years ago, you were helping me fix the DVD player. We were video chatting. I said, I had the grandma nightgown, underwear, and a house coat on. I know you did. I said they made fun of the back of my knees of, ooh, Grandma, what's on the back of your legs? Varicose veins. Here, hold Papa while I get changed. He started laughing. I know they made fun of the back of your knees. I said, that's the only thing they've seen. He said, I know that. What's wrong with us? He admitted he worked for Dave. He was drugging me up and telling me to say lies. They showed up and they would break him from the FBI and the police. They were drugging me and telling me to say all kinds of stuff. And they're laughing at me, how they framed me before. That they photoshopped all their lies. Feminine wipies above the toilet by January 19. Let's see, they photoshopped people out of some guy named Chris out of the room. I never had a Chris in the house. They said they photoshopped. Now, I have Jen admitting, Dave admitting on tape that on the 4th of July of 18, they never came upstairs after the table. They were having pillow fights in the basement. It was a split level. So it was a family room down there. There was a bathroom, the laundry room, the puppies. There was a sectional couch and a TV. You could hear them laughing outside. I'm outside with Jen on the front porch. Dave, John, and Noah are playing ball, and Gabe's riding around on a lawnmower. Okay, we get too hot. We go inside. I go upstairs, and John left through the basement door. Didn't say goodbye. Dave came in and said something. Hey, John left. I said, like, he didn't say goodbye. Well, he was in a hurry, so they left through the basement. Okay, they never came upstairs. They're supposed to have photoshopped them coming upstairs, looking through a crack in a bathroom door, and you're supposed to be weird with yourself. That's disgusting. Who's being dirty when you're looking through a crack in a bathroom door? You are. People's wiping their butt. You could be putting yeast infection cream on, feminine needs, you have to take care of, do anything. You know what I mean? You're a grown woman, you have to attend to things. Who would be dirty? They never even came upstairs. And even my grandson Daniel, I had the police all around me, and I was talking about that day. I said, you guys never came upstairs. He's like, I know that. I said, that was such a wonderful day, you guys laughing and playing in the basement. He said, Grandma, maybe one day you'll find somebody and you'll be happy again. My whole family defended me by Thanksgiving of 18. Okay? On Thanksgiving of 18, John's kids in the basement where they were playing Boo. On the third step up, I heard the house wasn't meant for Grandma, it was meant for Auntie Shaw and Papa. Grandma needs to get out. I go down, they're all in a huddle, rubbing their hair, laughing, saying crazy crap. I go up and sit by Dixie and the baby. Flora comes running up, they're saying mean things in the basement. And she's like, stay out of it. I go up to John, what's going on? I don't know, Mom. He said, I told Melissa you're going to be moving out. And you're going to be going through a divorce. She'll have the kids make up something. But trust me, nobody could say anything bad. She'll have the church people make up something too. But trust me, nobody could ever say anything bad about you. Dave and I talk about it on tape. And I said, and the police and the FBI taped him. Okay? And I said, well, you shouldn't have said something until I moved out. Well, I already did. But don't worry about it, Mom. Nobody could say anything bad about you. And he like shoots me. So to clarify everything, I called Dave up and I taped him. And I'm like, Dave, I said, I've never hurt anyone. Karen, you're good to the kids. You're good to the grandkids. You would never hurt anyone. You're good to everyone, no matter who it is. The police and the FBI taped him. Two of the young guys, I thought were officers. I found out they were federal agents. They were in the FBI office in Belgium. Okay? Walked in the back. They were talking to a bunch of the police. In Walmart 62 after that. Okay? Why are they having all those kids make all that shit up? Oh, they're just trying to scare her out of the house. That's it. We interviewed her whole family. They spoke highly of her. Okay, these people, I used to spend half the day debunking their lies. One time they came up and told me, they drugged you and told you, say, you flashed Joshy. My God, that never happened. I called him like, Christmas of 21 or 22, around that time. I said, Josh, would you verify I never flashed you? He's like, Mom, are people making up stuff like that? I'd move away. He said, I'd verify it. I went, and they were making up stuff on him. And I went to him, I said, I've never done anything wrong or bad. He's like, I've never said you did. I went to his girls. I said, I've always been good. I said, I've never done anything bad or wrong. Yes. I said, I've always been good to you. Yes. Same with the boys. I said, I've never done anything bad or wrong. That's the truth. I said, I've always been good to you. Yes. November 13th, 22, I went to Danny and Jen. And I said, people were making up weirdo molester stuff. Danny's like, where on earth would they get that one from? Jen's like, boy, they would be lying on that one. As if they would be a Pinocchio and their pants would burst into flames. And they would be lying. Well, November 18th, 22, Eric, one of the riffraff drug dealers, little crackhead, comes in. All the tapes before were me and not her. It was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it. For all these people turn on me, fell for it. Well, if it's only you, I could take care of it. I know it's that bad, and they still fell for it. I asked him, I said, do you know anything about that jackass? And they're like, no. I said, do you remember on the 6th day where someone kicked in my door and Dave said a realtor passed out keys? Don't report it? Yes. I said, did you know they set up button cameras stalking me? He's like, they're like, no. I said, did you know about a shower scene in the other room to make me look weird? He's like, they're like, no. I said, do you remember the orange, lemon, grapefruit sized bruises all over me? Yes. I said, I almost passed out in front of the neighbor by the second week and it kept happening? Yes. Did you know they were drug and beating me and tell me say weirdo and molester stuff? No. Thought you were working too hard and bruising too easy. We didn't think about it. Kids came out of the room, hugged me. Grandma, is that what's going on? We didn't know. March 1st to 3rd of 21, 8 to 10 at night. I'd say 6 to 10 at night. My car's bugged. They were talking to the neighbors. They put 2 clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. Don't worry about her. They're so far altered. March 13, 21. I'm at Mercy Medical. A lady comes in. No man was ever to touch her. Nurse comes in laughing with a guy. The only thing they had you on was adjusting yourself. The guy said, that's sick. Said, no, it's actually really funny. She just simply wiped off water with clothes on. He said, that's sick. She said, no, she just brushed it off. It's actually really funny. They didn't have anything else. She wasn't the only one that had that. Like they said, there's so many versions of the tapes before, it's not funny. Then they started saying, you touch yourself, expose yourself, you touch yourself, look weird. It made my stomach bleed. I pooped out blood for days. People showed up and made fun of me. Then I got to thinking they're playing me. They put my clips together, made a porn. They put my head on somebody else's body. Okay? Then I got to thinking, what would you be doing? You touch yourself, expose yourself, you're undressing. You touch yourself, look weird, but not weird. You could be putting yeast infection cream on, or you get undressed and get in the shower and you're washing yourself. Even Matt, my one friend, said, sounds like you were washing. I said, it's showering, isn't it? Walked outside to smoke. She figured out what they did. May 12th, 22 at noon. 4 or 6 men yelling at those people driving by. We told those boys none of this is funny. We found a tape of them emitting a shower scene in another room. May 26, 22 at noon. The shower scene was photoshopped on purpose to make you look weird. March 24, 22, 1:30. They emitted a frame in me. From the beginning of the case, they were laughing in my face. They photoshopped all their lies. And they went into all kinds of crazy stuff. Raced people out of the room. How they framed me, drugged me up, and told me to say stuff before where I'd never talked to anybody. Never seen anybody before the FBI. May 25th, 21, 6 p.m. I got 2 witnesses in my phone. Of the church people breaking in before drugging me, telling me to say weirdo molester stuff. That's not funny. 1295 Fairlawn, middle apartment, little white lady. They told her and she screamed it and it echoed through the neighborhood. That's not funny. 8/9/21, the apartment building for me, second close offense. Lady and little girls lived there. Were outside talking about it. 4 or 5 neighbors got together, did a police report. November 1st to 3rd of 21, an African American lady in Save-A-Lot on Whipple found out everything was made up on me and it was all them and not me. And was telling people stay out of it. December 9, 21, 4 p.m. at the Oakland apartment on Cleveland Avenue in Massillon. They told him everything was drugged and photoshopped. All the tapes before were them and not her. And it's just a bunch of men doing crimes down here to see if someone will stop them. Same day, white man bald with dark eyes distributing food at the Stark County Hunger Task Force. He was one of my guards during the case. Came out and said, we always knew the tapes before were them and not her, so we never said a word. By Christmas of 21, there was investigators in there. We're mad that guy knew they did this to her and didn't say a word. And it's some guy named Eric trying to help him get away with this. Or he made fun of you people. He's a wanted stalker by the Massillon police. October, November 21, Massillon officer in uniform came in to Altman's Stack Care Emergency Room, whatever it is, on Wales Road. I'm here to watch her. There's a Steve and Eric stalking her, and we don't know who they are yet. And it's finally got funny. Nothing they have is admissible. January 19th, 22, the Department of Disability, they told them I was drugged and told to say it before. February 2nd, 22, Burlington Coat Factory, a Latino man admitted he drugged me first and told me to say it. I'd never seen him before. People went running into screaming into other stores we went into Save-A-Lot. My client, his apartment, down the way, there's a brown house. An African-American man ran out and yelled it to the postman. Postman's like, we all heard it. An investigator from Ravenna and a Black Sebring pulled up. I seen her out today. I found out that bastard really did drug her and tell her to say it before. In March of 22, another client in Navarre, the first day they called him and said Pete ordered everything to be drugged, photoshopped, and made up on her. In 23, Dave told Danny he hired Pete on his own, and it was Pete and his men in my home before. The people in the store of Ravenna. Pete's a drug dealer, for we all work for the king from Texas. We are his men. Dave hired us. He hired Pete on his own. Running a drug scam if I didn't die. Of drug confessions. Where you're sleepwalking. LSD made hippies sleepwalk. There's all kinds of drugs, prescription drugs. There's over 20 of them that make you sleepwalk in high doses. Plus, they got all those illegal drugs that make you sleepwalk. They call them mind-controlling drugs. They bragged in the case they could control anybody for 4 to 6 hours. It's Officer Mark, an older white guy with white hair, told a lady it's documented I was framed by the drug cartel in August of 23 on a Tuesday between noon and 1. And it was also documented and verified it was a medication error that made me sick before. And another woman was using my insurance. They had all this documented by Thanksgiving of 18. The police and the FBI had to go with me to the doctor. Altman family physicians, they had cameras up for the doctors to be watched taking care of you. Said we always blame the steroids, but they had you on so many medications, hard telling which one or the combination thereof made everything swell up and everything shut down. It was a medication making you sick before, where they documented in 2002 that it was fraud, medical malpractice, and medication errors. That those doctors were known for lying, ripping people off, making them sick, so they had to come back, sharing with associates and friends known for doing the same thing, and then making you so sick they did unnecessary procedures to get an attorney and sue them and turn them over to the state, so they pulled their license. You're not the first one, and you're not the only one they made sick. It's a medicine making you sick. Get off of it and you'll be fine. The only thing that's wrong with you is your muscles locked up from those surgeries. And it took me 9 months to learn to walk again. And within the first 2 months, the brain swelling was gone. My heart was back in rhythm. They damaged my heart. My heart valves enlarged and sent me into many heart attacks that still flutters at times. Shut down my thyroid and my adrenal gland and made my whole body swell up till my knees would pop out of place. Okay. And they lied so bad they said I had level 2 brain tumors. And they were causing the seizures and the brain swelling. They were that crooked. And it's proven when I got off the medication I got well. And within 2 months the brain swelling's gone, my heart was back in rhythm. Still flutters at times because they damaged it. Thyroid adrenal gland was working again, and over 9 months the massive swelling left as I learned to walk on my feet. They caused all that. I would have been a millionaire if I would have sued them, but Strange pushed Danny to suicide, and to take care of my son. I'm going to upload this.